Hello, children. So, good morning to all of you. So, again, I am here to take your biology class. So, we are going to study the next part of the same chapter, and that chapter name is the principle of inheritance and variation. So, in this chapter, in this part of the chapter, we are going to study the dihybrid cross. Previously, in the previous class, we have studied the monohybrid cross, and it is belongs to that law of dominance, and the law of second cross will be there according to with two character, and that is will be the in F1 generation and F2 generation, and that was showing and related to the second law of inheritance, and that second law of inheritance was law of segregation. So you all have studied previously in that previous chapter, and then character was the plant, pea plant, the what type of character he was chosen, that Mendel was chosen two character to show the law of dominance and then to show the law of segregation in F2 generation, and that character was tall plant and dwarf short plant, and another character is red flower and white flower, between red flower and white flower. But now we are going to study the dihybrid cross. So previously we have studied monohybrid cross with mono character, single character, and now we are going to study the dihybrid cross with two character in each individual, two inherited character in each individual. Clear? So that is called dihybrid cross. So previously I had already explained so what are homozygous and what are heterozygous. That previously in parent generation both were homozygous, and in F1 generation in new progeny they are called heterozygous. And why they are called heterozygous? Because through homozygous, and that homozygous related to parent generation, and all the parent generation always when we are going to take some result in inheritance, so Mendel always that couple with the pure breed, two pure breed, and with one character, two character, and that more characters, but always he took a pure breed as a parent character. So pure breed capital T was there, and then pure breed of small t was there to show the tall plant and short plant. Capital T was showing the tall plant, and small t was showing the short plant. Clear? So again I am here to show the next diagram to clear about your view for the homozygous and heterozygous. So here you all have to see the difference between homozygous and heterozygous. What is the difference between homozygous and heterozygous? So there will be three type of changes and three type of variation according to the genotype character. So one is called hemizygous. Hemizygous means minutely change with two factors, between two factors, and that is called hemizygous. And there will be homozygous means same factor, whenever same factors are there, and what I am calling that factors. Now here you all have to learn factors. Now Mendel took that name, Mendel used that name, and it is called factor. If two sex chromosomes will be there, so one chromosome is called factor. So another name of that factor is trait, is also called trait, and then another name of that same trait is called allele, it is also called allele. And another name is called whenever the two allele are same, so these are called homozygous. In the second diagram you all have to see, that is called homozygous. Same allele were there, and whenever different allele were there after the after the parent generation, in F1 generation always the heterozygous. And why they are heterozygous? Because in parent generation Mendel always use two different characters in individual parent. So that's why in F1 generation it's always sure that is heterozygous. Clear? So that heterozygous you have to see in the third diagram, that is called heterozygous. So one chromosomal structure or one factor or one trait or one allele come from the one parent, and second factor, second trait or second allele comes from the another parent, and together it will be called that heterozygous. Clear? And another word again I want to inform you, that is called loci. It is also called loci. So all these words are used for the single trait. All these words to use for the single trait. Again I am going to repeat. Mendel was used the single chromosome, single sex chromosome as a name, that he called the trait. He called the trait, and he called the factor. He called the factor trait. Another name is trait, another name is allele, and another name is loci. Clear? And whenever two allele are same, so it is called homozygous. Two traits are same, homozygous. Two factors are same, homozygous. And when two different factors are there or different alleles are there, so it is called heterozygous or allelomorph. Another word is called allelomorph. So now you all have understood that what is the meaning of that hemizygous, homozygous and heterozygous, and all these words related to the factor. Whatever factor comes from the parent generation, whatever factors comes from the F1 generation to F2 generation, and whatever character or traits comes from the F2 generation to F3 generation. Now it is clear. So that is called trait, factor, allele, loci. Clear? So according to that, if same are there, so that is called homozygous, and if different factors are there, so these are called heterozygous. Clear? Now here in the dihybrid cross, Mendel shows the two different character in each allele or each factor. So what will be the result and what is called the dihybrid cross? So Mendel said in dihybrid cross between two different lines or genes that differ in two observed traits. Clear? According to Mendel's statement that between the alleles of both these loci there is a relationship of that completely dominant recessive trait in the example, completely dominant in F1 generation. Clear? In F1 generation, both the parent have individual character, both the parent have two individual different character, but in Mendel's experiment he said always in F1 generation that always one trait or one parent that exhibit their own character, and that is called dominant character. So that is called dominant trait, and in F1 generation whatever genotype factors are there, so these are always heterozygous. So always you have to remember, parent generation always homozygous or pure breed, and F1 generation always heterozygous. Clear? And F2 generation, whenever we are going to study the F2 generation, so there will be some homozygous, some heterozygous, and some all they are called pure breed, and they are called that mixed breed or hybrids. That word is heterozygous, another word is called hybrids. Clear? So that all the term you should learn. You all have to learn all the terms, and according to terms questions will be there. So he said the dominant and recessive trait in the example picture, that picture is given over there, then you have to see the picture capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Clear? And that is parent generation, pure breed. Clear? Capital R, capital R and capital Y, two factors are there, capital R, and capital Y, and both indicates the two character, R for round in shape and yellow for yellow color. Clear? Y shows the yellow color and capital R shows the round in shape. Clear? And another parent character is there, another different parent character is there, that small r and small y and small y. So here another different character in the second parent, and he or she is having the small r means that wrinkle seed. Wrinkle seed means shrunken seed. Shrink. In Hindi it is called सिकुड़े हुए बीज. Clear? Not full seed, shrunken. Shrink वाले बीज, and it is called shrunkel or wrinkle, another word. And then that small r showing the shrunkel or wrinkle, and the another that small y, it's another factor or another allele, and it shows always the green color. Clear? So two factor in the another parent, shrunken seed with green color, and first parent round seed with yellow color. Two characters are there. So these two characters Mendel used in to show that second experiment, and then second experiment it is called the dihybrid cross, and this experiment shows the another law of Mendel, and that is called the third type of law, Mendel third type of law, and that fulfill that all the result of third law of Mendel. Clear? So it is not totally related to that previous two laws, but always you have to learn that in F1 generation only one character will always show in one character in that generation, and that is called the law of dominance. Clear? Now here you can see the diagram, and that diagram showing the dihybrid cross, and Mendel used that dihybrid cross to show the third law of inheritance, and then third law of inheritance is called the independent law of independent assortment, and it is called independent assortment. Clear? So it is called the third law of Mendel. So in that third law of Mendel, here he was used two type of parent. One parent, that homozygous character, you have to see right hand side, parent generation, top generation, and it is called parent generation. He was used the two character together in one seed, and that seed having two character, and these character are round in shape, that seeds are round in shape, and color is yellow. Clear? So two factor homozygous factors are there, capital Y, and capital R. Clear? And now another character of the parent generation, next parent is there, and with that next parent there will be another character, and then character is the wrinkle or shrunken seeds are there, मुरझाए हुए बीज, and the second character is all the seeds are green in color. So again it is called homozygous. You always remember all the parent generation are homozygous. So again, or pure breed, that is called homozygous as well as pure breed. So that homozygous, another parent is with two character, and that is wrinkle seeds with green color. Clear? So you have to see in your right hand side on the top, you have to see the capital small y with small r. So small y shows the homozygous. For which character? For which character? That is called the green color. And small r again homozygous. That factors or traits or allele or loci shows the one character, and that is called the yellow in color. No, that is called the wrinkle seed. Murjhaye hue bees, that is called wrinkle seed. So it will shows the small r, and small y shows the color of seed, and that is green in color. So these four characters are there. Two character in one parent and another two character in second parent. First two character are that yellow color seed and full round seed, and then second parent character is shrunken seed or that green color seed, shrunken with green color. And now that Mendel used the desired pollination or cross pollination between two parent. Clear? And after that he got a F1 generation. After that he got the F1 generation, and again F1 generation is called hybrid because cross pollination is there. So in that hybrid generation there will be no homozygous. Clear? All the individual are called heterozygous. And why heterozygous? Because they are called hybrid. So you can see the hybrid trait in F1 generation, but all are hybrid, but they showed only one character, and that is called yellow and round. Clear? So yellow color seed and round shape of seed. So all were showed only two character, and that character is called dominant character. So which character is dominant in that dihybrid cross? That round color seeds as well as yellow color shape, round color, and then seed color is yellow. Clear? That is called the dominant character. And what character is recessive in F1 generation, which was not showing in F1 generation? And that character is the green color seed and shrunken seed or wrinkle seeds. Shrunken or wrinkle seeds are there, and then another character is green color seed. So that character is not showing in it is not exhibit in F1 generation. So that's why it is called the recessive trait. Clear? Or recessive character. So the dominant character in dihybrid cross, round color seed and yellow color, round seeds and yellow color seed. Clear? So now all are called hybrid and all are called heterozygous. With in this character, again we are going to take another experiment in F2 generation. So in F2 generation, Mendel took all the seeds which are present and all the flowers which are present in F1 generation only. So there will be no cross pollination. You always remember, in F2 generation there will be no cross pollination in Mendel's experiment. Always in F2 generation there will be a self pollination. So self pollination each other means self pollination between all the heterozygous. Clear? All the heterozygous are there, and that heterozygous character are the one factor coming from the one parent. So one factor capital Y. So here we can take one capital Y as a one factor, and then capital R is there as a that dominant character. So we can take a one capital R. So 2 character indicates the one parent, that capital R and capital Y, from one parent, and another parent, that is recessive character, again it will gives from the small r, so we will take small r, and small y, so we can take one small y, so it gives the small r and small y. So here we can take again the 4 traits are there: capital R, capital Y, small r, small y. So you have to see all the character in this chart. So in this chart you all have to see clear. In this chart you all have to see the both character clearly. F1 generation homozygous, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, parent generation, and then small y, small r, parent generation. In F1 generation, 2 gametes are there. 2 gametes are coming from the each individual, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r. Together in F1 generation, it gives heterozygous. All the seeds are heterozygous, but round in shape and yellow color. Clear? So you have to see capital Y, capital R, small r. Clear? So that 4 heterozygous character in always present in F1 generation. And now we can take that 4 that different character in male, and then 4 different character in female. So you have to see, and then written ova and sperm. So ova and sperm, in place of ova and sperm, that is called egg cell. Ova, that egg cell of the plant, and then sperm means pollen grain. Clear? Sperm means pollen grain. That egg cell and pollen grain. So egg cell, there will be 4 conditions are there. We can get 4 condition because we are having in heterozygous plant, we are having 4 conditions, and that 4 conditions for the female egg cell. So that is called, first is called that small r, small y. Second is called small y, small r. Third is called capital R, capital Y, and fourth is called capital R, capital Y. Clear? So you can see in this character, you all have to say another portion of the in this practical, and then in that practical again you have to see in the F1 generation, you have to see and you have to collect the another diagram, and that is called the pollen grain. So here you can see with that pencil, I am going to show here in place of sperm, it is called pollen grains, and pollen grains again there will be 4 condition: capital Y, capital R, that is called round and yellow color. Another character is capital Y, capital small r. Another character is small y, capital R, and fourth condition is small y, small r. Now you all have to see, and here also in female all the 4 characters are there. One condition is capital R, capital Y. Another condition is capital Y, small r. Third condition is small y, capital R. Fourth condition is capital Y, small r. Clear? Now with these 4 character there will be a combination, and then which type of combination over there, you all have to make Punnett chart, and in that Punnett chart you have to combine, you have to take first column. So first column from the female, so you have to see the one coming from female and one factor coming from the male. Clear? And both are together here, capital Y, capital Y, capital R, capital R. Clear? And from the right side you can second character. Second condition, capital R, small r, capital Y and small r, and here you can see the capital Y and capital R. So you can see in the next box, you can see the capital Y, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r. Clear? So that is the combination of second from the ovum and the first from the sperm. Clear? And in this box, from the pollen grain side, right hand side, you can see we can take one factor, one pair from the pollen grain, and that is capital Y and small r, and here we can take the first combination from the egg cell, and that is called capital Y, small r. So here the combination of capital Y, capital Y, capital R, small r. Clear? Now in the third row, again we are taking the female side, the third combination, small y, capital R. From here to here, small y, capital I. And now we can take from the pollen grain side, capital Y and capital R. So here is the combination, capital Y, small r, capital R, capital Y. So same we can take the combination from here to here, from here to here, and from here to here, like that. And in the last, you can see that last condition, small y, small r, from the female side. So we can take here in this box, and from the first generation, that first condition goes to the last. So that is the combination, like that and like that. Clear? Another combination from here to here, another combination from here to here, another combination from here to here. Clear? Clear? You all have to see whatever box there, whatever box are present over there, you have to combine the related whatever the factors are present in that outside box. Clear? So that will be the combination. Now here you can see the combination. In that combination, wherever capital letters are present, because all the capital letters always showing the dominant character. Clear, everybody? So wherever in each and every box, you have to count wherever the capital letters are present, so always it shows the dominant character. You have to learn, all have to learn, wherever capital letters are present, so always it shows the dominant character in their fruits. Clear? And wherever the small letters are present, and always it will be showing the recessive character. Clear? So in the law of that independent assortment, third law of Mendel, independent assortment, Mendel said in F1 generation always show the dominant character, but in F2 generation the combination of allele, the character of combination of allele, they are free to exhibit their character. All are free to exhibit their own character. So now in F2 generation, the Mendel law of segregation will be changed. Here Mendel law of segregation will be changed. So now here, because law of segregation, in that experiment in monohybrid cross, it gives 25:50:25, 25 pure breed, 50 hybrid, 25 pure breed. But here you can see then 9:3:3:1. Clear? So you have to count. You have to count all the type of fruit, all the type of seeds which are present in that Punnett box. You have to count, and you have to see with character all the round shape seeds and yellow color seeds are 9 in box. all the 9 box, the combination filled with round seeds and yellow color seeds. So that is called, in result it is called 9. Next group, ratio 3. You have to see in that combination, you have to get the opposite character. Opposite character means that green color and round shape. You have to see in the that second first result, that 9 seeds you all have got from 9 seed, that yellow color and round shape, that is the pure breed character, parent character. That second character, it is not parent character, it is hybrid character, and you get 3 seeds green in color and round in shape. You have to count in that Punnett chart. Another third result, there will be 3, you will get 3 seeds that wrinkle or shrunken and with color of yellow. Clear? So again it is the hybrid character. It is the hybrid character, that 2 different character from 2 different parent. Clear? Yellow color and then shrunken seed. Color yellow and shrunken seed. And the last result you will get only one, that green and wrinkle. And then green, you all have to remember that green and wrinkle character is the parent character. Parent character. Parent, one character is green and wrinkle seeds and one character is round and yellow seeds. Clear? So that is the fourth result in this dihybrid cross. So only single seed with original breed or pure breed. So how many original pure breeds are there? There will be a 10. Total 10. Total 10 means 9 round and yellow color seeds, first result, and the last result 1 green and shrunken seed, and all together it is 10, and it shows the parent generation character, and it is called pure breed. And I had already explained what is pure breed. Whenever we are going to showing that pure breed, always it gives the original character. Always they gives the original character. They are called pure breed. Clear? And whenever we are going to showing the hybrid, so they never ever give only one character. Always they gives the mixed character. Clear? So here we can get the 9 ratio, 3 ratio, 3 ratio 1. If we are going for the which character, that is called the phenotype character. That is called the phenotype character. Phenotype ratio 9 ratio, 3 ratio, 3 ratio 1. Clear? And if we are going to genotype character, so 9 together, that is called the one character, and that is called original parent character. It shows the original parent character, that round and yellow, and 1 ratio 1, and that is showing the again parent character, that is shrunken and green color seed. And both 2 3 ratio 3, it will shows the hybrid, and different with 2 different character. 3 are showing the shrunken with yellow color, and 3 are showing that full with green color. So that is called the Mendel third law, and that third law, it is called that law of independent assortment, and that is called the dihybrid cross. So whenever the third law of Mendel in your exam, so you have to explain with the dihybrid cross. Clear? So here I want to give the explanation. In dihybrid cross, till F1 generation will be same like a monohybrid cross, but in F2 generation, all the factors and all the alleles are free to show their own character individually. So that's why it is called the dihybrid cross, and that law of that independent assortment. Clear?